Hi, you're listening to the Flow State Fishing Podcast.
How good does that look?
Yeah. Sushi, it's been sitting there all day. Oh, I'm not even using the mic.
Oh my god. I haven't had sushi for ages. I was starving too. I'm not going to lie. When we were going to get dinner, I wasn't that hungry, and then as soon as you said sushi, I just got immediately fucking starving.
Yeah, sushi's legit.
Yeah.
Beers are more legit, right? I haven't had booze in ages.
Cider.
No. I can't even believe you eat that shit.
I can't believe the amount of people that don't drink that shit. It's actually delicious. But anyway, that's another story.
I had my first and last one yesterday.
First and last? You had two?
Nah.
Bullshit. You had two ciders.
Definitely didn't.
I took video. You had two fucking ciders, I guarantee it.
I had one.
You're like Buster acting tough publicly. Buster is all about his beer, right? But the last time we came to Darwin, I got him on the ciders on the plane on the way up.
Like you bullied him into it?
On film, yeah. I bullied him into it, yeah. Picture that, me bullying Buster into drinking cider. Yeah, I really bullied him.
He'd have been that full of value and wouldn't know what the fuck he was drinking. He was scared of flying.
That is actually something that's fucking funny, sitting next to him in a plane.
But he's scared of flying.
He's fucking proper scared of it, yeah. Which I don't blame him. Like, I used to be, before I worked fly out, I used to be a bit scared of it. I had never really been on a flight until I was like mid-20s, I think. And yeah. I was shit scared, but he is next fucking level. You should see him. Like, he goes white. His eyes bulge out of his fucking head. His hands are sweaty. Like, you try and take his mind off it by telling it, taking the piss out of him or whatever. He doesn't want no part of that whatsoever. No parts of it. He's like looking down between his knees, holding on. It's fucking funny, man. You got to sort of witness it to actually.
The whole flight was just a takeoff and landing.
Mainly the takeoff. Then he just calms down. He's all good.
Wow.
There's not much you can do once you're up there, but
yeah, that's true.
It's fucking slightly entertaining, though.
Would be.
That's for sure.
Fuck.
I actually went on the smallest plane I've ever been on a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, the East Coast one. That was fucking cool as... Like, the plane ride was cool, and then the trip was fucking epic. Unbelievable. I'm assuming, did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, man, as well.
Yeah.
No, there's some good fish caught.
Oh, yeah, man. That was a fucking unbelievable trip. Excuse me, I'm just going to... Another bite of sushi. I'm so fucking hungry now.
You were off it before. Mind you, you still haven't even opened your cider.
No, I haven't. Got to finish my beer first.
What beer? The half one you left at...
My Iron Jack.
Yeah, the half a schooner you left on the fucking table when we had lunch.
Yeah. It was warm, man.
That's the fourth beer.
It was too warm.
There's 4 beers in 2 days, 3 days.
What do you mean?
That you haven't finished.
Yeah, I don't finish beer. I don't like beer.
What are you drinking for? Peer pressure?
Yeah, basically.
Just trying to be one of the boys.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't mind one if it's like ice cold, but if I'm not feeling it and it goes warm, I'm not going to finish it. I don't like drinking warm shit. Fuck, it's too hot up here, man.
It is.
Everything goes warm like the minute you step outside. But yeah, anyway, what were we talking about? East Coast. Oh, East Coast angling. That exploratory trip was fucking sick. It was like, I know I've told you most of it already, but we'll go over it again. It was like one of the best experiences of my life fishing wise, because for anyone that follows my personal fishing or knows me personally, they know I love flats fishing, sight fishing, that sort of thing. Like, not just with fly. Even before I learned how to fly fish conventionally, just looking for fish on the flats and things like that.
Yeah.
It's always appealing. Like, any fish I know's either a topwater bite or a sight casted fish is where it's at for sports fishing for sure. So if you can imagine being on the flats in a remote location where certainly people have fished before or been before,
Yeah.
but not necessarily fished the style of fishing that we have, like wading the flats that we did.
Yeah.
You kind of can create in your mind what it was a bit, you know,
was
sort of what
about-
it was like
yeah.
to be there. And so I got the opportunity to go there and help create a film for it on behalf of East Coast. And part of the arrangement was for me to take my 10 weight and my 12 weight and have a day or two on the flats over like an 8-day period of filming. So
Write that into the contract.
that's exactly what happened.
That's
We
wicked.
put that into the contract and it was fucking out of control. But real talk, I gotta say a massive, huge thanks to Nick Milford from East Coast, because he didn't need to do that. Like, he could have just hired a young videographer and say, "Stay on the camera, mate, do your thing." But he's a fisher who loves fly as well.
Yep.
We got the connection with Flynn. Obviously, he's been working for him for a while, which is fucking awesome, because East Coast has got such a good reputation and Nick's such a good fella.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just got to say massive thanks to him, because he didn't have to give me some time off to experience that fishing for myself, and I'll always be grateful for that, because that's something that's been in my mind for a long, long time. I've waded some Cape York flats before, like 3 years ago.
Yep.
When we went,
Chaunt.
the Chaunt series and that, and I've just, I don't know, it's one of those things when you've got something in your mind but you can't get to do it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden an opportunity comes up and you do get to do it. It's like, holy fuck, how
Next
good
level.
is this? I can't not do this.
Yep.
But go back a step further. When he first asked me, I actually said no
Yeah.
the first time, because it was one of my son's birthdays.
Yep.
And I thought, nah, fuck, I can't do that. Like, my kids always come first.
Yep.
And I thought, nah, I'm not going to go. So I tried to find someone else in the cast network to come and film it, and then it went around and around in circles, and eventually I had wrote it off in my mind and thought it wasn't happening. Then he rang me back and said, we're in a bit of a hole, definitely need you. Is there anything you can do? And spoke to my wife and she said, yep, go for it. So I went, okay, yep, let's do it. So like a week after that, basically on a plane, little charter flight up to Lockhart River, sending, full
awesome.
send. Fuck, it was good.
Well, I wanted it to be because you dogged the boys for it.
I do.
You proper dogged the boys for it.
Mouthful of sushi. That trip I was supposed to go on with you, filming sailfish and shit, I haven't seen many photos of sailies on Instagram or anything, eh? Are you holding on to them?
Yeah, we're just keeping it.
You holding them?
We don't upset you.
You're holding on to photos of sailies, hey?
Possible.
Fucking impossible. Fuck. I definitely made the right choice.
Yeah, it was blowing basically 20s, 15 to 20s for 4 days.
Yeah.
We just got belted. Flogged our ass. Fishing was dead. Everything was dead. Barra, everything. It was flat time, but
Yeah, I always.
we had a good 4 days ripping on you.
Oh, I bet you did. And I've heard about all this shit, and I haven't even seen a single thing of it because it was on storylines, and I'm out of service.
Yeah, put it on storylines and they expired by the time you got back, so it's awesome.
Dog act.
What can't.
Back, I couldn't even defend myself.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
But I definitely made the right choice. The only regret I have about making that choice is I didn't come up and get a podcast in with you and Triggy.
It would have been funny as fuck.
He's actually one of my favourite humans.
He's my spirit animal, man.
He's a fucking good fella, right?
He's my spirit animal.
I really like him. He's good.
Speaking of the flats, what about our flat session?
What flat session? It was fucking awesome.
It was awesome,
It was awesome.
but fucking hard work.
Oh, proper hard work. You know what I loved about it, though? Like, fuck, I'm starving, man. I just got to finish the sushi over the next couple of minutes.
There's going to be so much editing to do on this. There's
Oh, for
fucking
sure.
mic bumps and plastic and
Is there?
shit everywhere.
Oh,
It's
fuck,
fucked.
whatever.
Whatevs in that.
So yeah, the flats. So the thing that I liked about what we did is we had a project to do for Shimano, and we took it. We went to an area where we have never been before, fully explored it over a 3-day period. It was fucking hard work. Like, that's the thing that I really like about fishing, is that next bend syndrome. You know, like you just want to go and check out new areas, and a lot of times something that I always don't get lost on is I used to fish local because I knew it and I didn't have much time on my hands, so you just fish local. Whereas now I'm very, very, very lucky to have the opportunity to be able to travel around a bit.
Yeah.
And when that happens, especially now that I don't work in construction anymore, you can quite easily pick a spot on the map and go, fuck it, we're just going to go and look there and see what we can find.
Yep.
And use like just fundamental experience to try and find fish and just explore new areas. It's fucking that's what I love about fishing.
Yep.
I just I love it. I was in my comfort zone chasing snapper for years and years and years at home, and now I just love what's around the next bend. What's you know, and that's what I enjoyed about this trip for sure. Like we didn't get many fish landed that we possibly could have or should have.
We saw fucking heaps, but
and we got a stack of eats and we saw some epic shit, and I like that because that gives, like, on a personal level, I get satisfied that we go, okay, we picked a spot on that map. It's a huge zone.
Yeah.
Try to narrow it down in an area that we've never been to before, and within 3 days we saw some really cool shit that could have been all time.
Found the flat that we should have been fishing at about 4 o'clock the last afternoon on the last day.
Yeah.
Running out of fucking light.
Oh, bulk tuskies, hot lips, all sorts of shit. It was amazing.
Yep. It was off tap. Fucking eating hot lips, which isn't even a thing really.
I cooked one, big time. Fucking ate, stripped, pulled the hook out of his mouth, and then I went to lift the fly up and drop it down again. As I was lifting it up, like literally loading the rod to lift it out of the water, it's chasing it full noise. Yeah. Nearly ate it on the lift.
Yeah.
It was hungry, that fish.
You would have got
I fucked it up, then it spooked by the boat, but it's just one of those things. And then that tusky on the last afternoon, like we saw it when we saw it cruising, just put a crab in front of it, fucking murdered it. As soon as I set the hook on it, basically gave up on it in that country. It's fucking gnarly.
I watched it turn and I was like, it's going to eat. Then I started looking at you. All I did was just look at your fly reel and just watch it go to sea.
It rinsed me in no time. That was probably literally over in 3 seconds after it ate.
Ate, shook its head, and then went, see ya, cunt.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love those fish. They're so brutal. But, like, I've had a lot of eats recently in the last 12 months. A lot of fish hooked. Yeah. And not landed one of them. Like, just, I don't know, targeting big tuskies is fucking hard, man.
I think it's just one of them tin-ass things you need, like...
You definitely need a bit of luck for sure in my recent experience. Like, I was probably spoiled the first couple that I landed. Yeah. I sort of had a bit of luck as well. And, once I landed a couple, I was like, fuck, how good are these things? And then just seeing them on the flat and then getting to eat and then seeing how aggressive they are when they chew and then how quickly they can just absolutely fucking fold you. They're a special fish. Yeah. And every single fish that you see posted on Fly at Tusky is well and truly earned. That's for sure.
I can relate to them and dogtooth tuna. Not like physically, but those big fish that people get on the top or on the jig or whatever, they're so lucky because we got fucking smoked over in Vanuatu on a mate. Yeah, just landed rats basically. Just needs so much luck. And we had a good skipper too that knew his shit and still was just fucking hard.
What's a rat? What size would you say is a rat for a doggy?
To be honest, I don't actually know, but we call them like small, like 20 kilos.
Yeah, right.
20 odd kilos.
Still pull like 15-year-old schoolboys? Yeah,
like we got a few smaller ones, I don't even know, maybe 10 to 15.
Yep.
And go harder than a 20 kilo GT, I reckon.
Yeah, right. I've caught 2 dogtooth in my life.
2?
2, yeah. Yep. They're about the size of a fucking smallback tuna.
They go hard, but
Nah, not at all.
Those didn't?
Nah, not for their size, no.
Probably on P10 or something.
Nah, I got it actually. A lot of people have caught them off the sunny coast, out of the Bowen Banks. Yeah, every time I mention it to someone, there's always someone connected to them that's caught one, or they've caught one themselves.
Big ones?
No, they're not big at all. Like a foot long.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, just little pups. So I don't know whether they just hang out there and then move further north, or whether there's actually bigger ones off southeast Queensland somewhere. I don't know, but it was pretty interesting, and it was a massive surprise when one came up beside the boat. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was at Brizzy. I thought you were going to tell me a story about the Cape or something.
No, off Mooloolaba.
That's fucking weird.
No shit, yeah, 2 of them.
That's weird.
It was like just putting soft plastics down for snapper.
And got a dog tooth.
Got 2 dog tooth, yeah.
That's weird.
2 drops, 2 fish, yeah.
Wow.
Proper weird, but yeah. That was years ago now, 4 years ago, but apparently it's a pretty common occurrence. So that was cool. But yeah, getting back to that East Coast thing, man. The first day we fucking landed in Lockhart River, I think it is, and caught the bus out to where the mothership was. Jumped on, steamed like overnight further north again.
Yeah.
So I was pretty close to the top. I'm pretty sure, sort of getting up there.
Yeah.
And we fished this flat. I had Lee Unum Wise. He is one of the contracted guides for East Coast on trips like that. So it was good to meet him actually and hang out with him. He's a good fella and really enjoys his flats fishing also. So it was him, Josh Hutchins from Aussie Fly Fisher, and Ian Davis from Yellow Dog Fly Fishing was in the crew that I was filming. And we hit one flat. We had a really good day. There was 6 permit landed, I'm pretty sure. 5 or 6 anyway. Had close encounters with like probably a 20 to 25 kilo GT on the flats, on the fly, which was fucking pretty cool. Got it all on film, which was nice. So we ended the day really, really good. And then I think the next day we sort of headed overnight a little bit further south to another island group. And then I think I filmed for a day and then I got to fish the second day on that flat, and that's when I got my bastard. And fuck, man, I was so fucking high on life.
Run us through that whole thing, the whole experience.
High on life. So, yeah, I basically had a day off where I could fish. 3 years ago, I stalked a bastard on the flats of like an inshore island at the Cape, or in that sort of zone, when I went with Benny. And so that was sort of like, we'd fished for GTs fucking for 2 weeks straight, basically, and I'd had enough. It was the last day and it was a run out tide, and I just said, boys, just drop me off over there. I'll take my fly rod and a bottle of water. And I ended up saying, just come back in a couple of hours and pick me up. So I just jumped on the island, walked it with a bottle of water on my fly rod, and I was looking for a permit, basically, on a run out of this little channel. And I was facing one way, but there was a bit of a flat behind me. I could just hear this big tail slap. I turned around and it was fucking massive, what I thought was a bastard at the time. And I ended up following it around for like an hour. Probably put 50, 60, 70 casts on it, and then gave up and just watched it. And it like nearly swam through my legs. And I remember thinking to myself, fucking how do people catch these on fly? Yeah. And it was right at the start of my fly fishing journey. And so anyway, that fish has had me intrigued for 3 years. Then I saw, obviously, the stuff that Josh and Lee had done with waterline charters up in the Wessels. Blue bastards everywhere, and sort of kind of pioneered it a little bit to a degree. And because I don't really follow the stuff around Weeper or anything, I'm sure they're popular there, but they've always interested me, and then they've sort of come to the fore recently. So when I got the opportunity to get on that trip, I was just frothing. And anyway, fast forward to that day, ended up fishing with Flynn, who I've known since he was 14. And that was really cool to do. Had Josh on the flat as well, and also Ian Davis again from Yellow Dog. So there was the 4 of us on this flat, and we started at the top, walked down, ended up seeing a bastard within like the first 10 minutes, had a cast on it. It was really spooky, and it fucked off. Then I think maybe the other 2 boys caught one each, and then I just sort of wandered off to by myself at one stage, and I just came across a tailing fish, and I put one cast in, sort of dropped about a metre to its left, like metre to its tail side. So he didn't see the fly at all. Just picked it up, laid it down again, sort of within maybe about a metre of its face. And then it turned a little bit, came over, and I was just stripping, and you don't really feel the bite. Well, I didn't at that particular time. I was just slowly stripping, just watching the fish, and it looked like it was following the fly, and then all of a sudden I came tight on on the draw, and I hit him. He brought his head to the surface, thrashed around, and carried on like a pork chop, and then just took off for the edge of the flat. So my heart was in my mouth. It was racing. Like, for one, I couldn't fucking believe it. 8. And then 2, I thought, fuck, it's on here. So anyway, tore off to the edge of the reef, but Flynn was over there, so I ended up yelling out to him, and he saw it. I'm like, mate, like, do something, scare this fish or something. So he's splashing the water and carrying on, and the fish actually stopped and turned around and came back onto the flat.
Yeah, right.
So he definitely helped me land it. Anyway, I played it out, and when I got it in my hands, mate, I could not believe it. Like, I was getting goosebumps. Like, I could not wipe the smile off my face. Like, it was a big moment for me personally, because I've done a lot of filming lately.
Yep.
So to be able to fish and catch a fish that I have been thinking about for 3 years, was fucking amazing.
That's next level.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, honestly.
I just shot a couple up here too.
We shot a big one 2 days ago.
Yeah,
fucking massive one.
Man. Proper big one.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So that was that experience, but the whole trip was cool. The crew was awesome. It was awesome hanging out with Flynn and Brett and Lee and Nick. It was just a really good time. Like, we ended up, I think we spent 10 days together.
Yep.
8 days fishing basically, and 2 days traveling, one either side. And it was an experience I'm very thankful for, and I definitely won't ever forget it. That's for sure.
What were the stats? Fish-wise?
I can't even really remember, but we whacked as a crew. There was like, maybe don't quote me on this, but around about 15 permit and maybe 10 or so bastards, something like
that's
that.
Good.
Yeah, and I mean, most
G's?
days, a couple of G's as well. Most days, and bulk gold and trevally.
Yeah,
like bulk. I think there was even a giant herring caught as well, and a few other little odds and ends. But it was one of those trips that we didn't have glamour weather except for the first day and the last day.
Yeah, okay.
And everything else was tough with like overcast conditions and blowing 15 to 25 really.
Just try and find a bay or something.
We tried to find a flat where at least you have a little bit of sun behind you, but shallow enough where you can see tails. Most of the time we were seeing tails, we weren't seeing fish approaching. So
just casting the tails.
That's it, and chasing them around. But one of the best experiences to actually watch is Brett Habner's bastard that he caught. Mate, hopefully by the time this comes out, he's posted that photo, because it was an absolute fucking tank. And me and him worked together on the film. He fished a few days, I fished 2 days. And on the last day, it was basically, job was done. It was the last reef before we were heading home, the last flat. And so we all fished, basically, and we had our cameras in our bags in case anything cool happened. And fucking something cool happened.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Towards the bottom of the tide, we all followed this big fish down the flat, just making casts. Brett sort of took the lead on it, making casts on this fish because he hadn't caught one yet, a bastard. And this thing, mate, was a fucking tank. Like, I got big hands, and its fucking tail was like bigger than my hand.
Yeah, wow.
And it was just moseying along the flat, crystal clear sand bottom. I've got an iPhone video actually of me standing on one side of the fish and Nick casting at the fish, and the fucking tail, like half its body's out of the water, man.
That's crazy.
It's fucking unbelievable to watch these things feed. And so anyway, similar fish. Brett's following it down the flat. I had a couple of casts when it came towards me, then it moved back towards him, and it sort of moved around. And anyway, Brett stayed patient and he followed it. There was nothing really else to do. It was the only fish that was on the flat at that stage. And he would have put 30 or 40 casts on that fish over the next half an hour. And I'm standing on one side of the fish. You could almost draw a straight line between me, the fish, and Brett, and it was only about 15 metres between us. Yeah. So I'm watching this fish basically at my feet, and it's basically at his feet. And he just keeps casting. And then all of a sudden, like, I was literally grabbing my camera out of my bag, and he goes, "Oh yeah, here we go." And you just see this fucking fish just switch mood and annihilate the fly with like half its body out of the water, and he just strips at it, and it's on, man, and fucking tearing off. Same thing, Nick was way down the flat. He ended up like trying to scare it away from the edge of the reef. Yeah. And after a massive fight, he gets Lee Unan gets his hands on the fish, and mate, the stoke on Brett's face, man, it's like that 15-minute period of that trip I'll never forget in my entire life, man. Because he's a legit fisho, but as humble as they come.
Yeah, right.
as humble as they come, and that fish was so well deserved and a massive moment for him.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good page. Like he's done some shit.
Yeah, he's the humblest guy that I know.
Yeah,
Very good fella and fucking very, very, very good fisherman. Very good.
nice.
Yeah, very good.
Good fly fisherman as well. Like
Yeah, he's just a great fisherman,
general.
mate. Yeah, like he's been in the game a long time. Really nice fella, and just very fucking good at what he does. And he doesn't have to tell anyone.
Yeah,
That's what I love about him.
those sort of people.
Yeah, I love that.
There's so many dark horses in the place.
Yeah, like the only thing, like that's the whole thing about social media, mate. Like, fucking yeah. Anyway, and that.
What do you mean, man?
Social media is the weirdest fucking thing ever. Like, I get that it's good for promoting businesses and all that sort of thing, but yeah, some days I love social media and some days I fucking hate it.
It's a poisonous kind of thing, I reckon.
It can be, for sure. It's brought a lot of good people into my life.
Yeah.
I can't deny that. And it's a great platform for a business that I've started from scratch.
Yeah.
That I now do full time.
Yep.
So I can't shit on it that much.
No.
But it's like anything, man. There's always good things and there's always bad
Yep.
things about it. But it's always like, I love to keep people and be around people in my circle that don't need the validation.
Nah, that's right.
And I love that.
What's that? What did you say to me the other day?
I say a lot of things to you, man. You listen to fuck all of them.
I listen to everything, man.
Fuck. Yeah, right.
Not well. I filter through 95% of the whinging and then and sulking
fuck.
and shit. And, fuck.
Fucking here we go.
You're a bit.
I was waiting for this one to get fun.
What do you mean, man? A bit powdery.
Oh, fuck, man. You're the saltiest cunt I know.
I'm not salty.
Fucking hell. Sitting up here in aircon and shit. Don't want to do the podcast outside.
Oh, fuck off. It's piss and rain.
Fuck,
It's not
fuck.
anymore,
It's
actually.
not at all,
You
man.
left the fucking door open
You
too.
did. Listen to it. Fucking hell. Yeah, now, what did I say to you the other day, apparently?
No, I don't even know.
Something about fucking, I don't know.
something fucking stupid.
Probably something inspirational, I guarantee it.
Definitely was.
Yeah.
Fuck. What was it
Okay.
about? It was about how, like in America, everyone gets behind you.
Yeah,
In Australia, everyone
That's right.
shits on you.
Yeah, it's funny because, yeah, that's right. I said, like, in America, it's kind of like the impression that I got, and I'm sure it's different for different people in different parts of that country as well, but for the most part, if you have the desire to be successful and you work hard and you stay humble, most people in America will support that. Like,
Yeah.
they actually get behind you and they respect that.
Yeah.
Whereas in Australia, and I think it's changing a little bit, but in many ways, when you find something that you love to do and you work your ass off and you make heaps of sacrifices and then you have a mediocre level of success, people will shit on you.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
Yep.
weird, man. It's so weird.
Cookbook's bad for it, eh? Like,
Yeah. Facebook's
shocking.
weird. Like, yeah. I actually don't spend any time on Facebook. That's why the bulk of content for Cast is on Instagram, because at least it's sort of it's photos and captions and descriptions and a bit inspirational and stuff like that, rather than listening to people whinge about
people just put like
having the flu for
subliminal
3
posts,
weeks.
like have subliminal digs on Instagram. It's really fucked up.
You can deal with that though. That's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Most of those fucking people have just got weak minds anyway.
Yeah,
Like, let's be real.
It's just like you're trying to get ahead, like through Instagram, whatever.
Yeah.
One of my big ones is like hashtags.
Oh yeah.
Like people
Yep.
shit on me for using hashtags.
Yeah,
but
it's part of the
those
game,
same
eh?
people
Yeah.
have no fucking clue
Yeah.
on why hashtags are hashtags.
Yeah,
like
why they
people go on
work,
hashtag like hashtag took my kid to soccer training.
Yeah,
no one
yeah,
uses that
yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
hashtag.
yeah,
You
yeah.
idiot.
That's right.
Like they did no idea.
Instead of like pick of the day or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right.
Yeah, people just don't even know what the whole point of hashtags is.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
getting into it either. but
Yeah, you
fuck.
are. You are.
I am.
Go on, man. Go
Fuck.
on.
I need
Get
to
him. Get him.
I need to do a segment in this, like a one little minute segment.
Things that shit you.
Yeah, like
Don't do that.
things that boil my piss.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
Nah, not really.
No, definitely don't do that. That's
Could
fine.
not be fucking bothered.
No.
I don't have the energy for it.
No, I think, like, getting back to the social media thing, like, when I was saying, it was just in the context of, you know, someone like Brett Habner, like, he's someone I look up to a lot in his fishing.
Yeah.
Like, and and every chance I get to talk to him, I always appreciate it because you can, you just pick up little things, and I don't know. I'm not a perfect guy at all. I try to be better every day at what I'm doing, and whenever I can surround myself with anybody who's got a quality of like character that I want to have in myself, I always appreciate that. And Brett's one of those guys just for his humility. He's a good fella. That's for sure. Yeah. So yeah, that fish was fucking well deserved, and it was like I can't believe it. I was there for it.
Yeah,
it's just one of those moments, man.
Like you feel like it's your fish as well. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think on trips like that, it's always like that, especially when you're sort of. It was a mothership, and it was sort of exploratory and all that sort of thing, but it was still a really special moment, and it's not lost on me that not many people get to do that, to be honest. And I was lucky enough to call that week a week of work.
It was worth dogging the boys.
100%. I would dog you every day of the week for that trip.
Oi, Triggy, listen to this.
Every day of the week. And Triggy too. Fuck him.
Fuck him. He'll kill you, man.
Oi, you and your mediocre fucking trevally and your milkfish on bread and shit. Fuck that.
Oi, man. But for the boys.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You're chasing money over the boys.
Oh, man. It's basically That's exactly what I did.
Kicking your dog and then asking it for a pat.
No, it's not at all.
That's exactly what it is.
It's basically like, hey, Mick, should we come and do this? And like storms and fucking really shit fish and that, or should you go to work for the week? But still, I'm not taking time off work, boys. Sorry.
But see, this is your fault. Why I forgot to take my fly rod to that Tusky flat. It is your fucking fault.
Oh,
because we found this flat. We found this flat. Right?
Who found this flat?
We. Triggy
you and Triggy? Yep.
Yeah, not you, because you weren't fucking in. Better things to do.
You fucking damn right.
Yeah. Dogging the boys. We found this flat, trying to get out of the wind, and Triggy actually switched up a Tusky on a hard body.
Yeah.
And we were like, fuck.
So they're fucking eating.
So then I started looking.
Yeah.
And we ended up with like a couple each.
Yep.
And I got a pig one in like, I cast, and we were casting really light stuff, so I got a bird's nest on the bait caster. I was picking it out.
Yep.
Cleaned it all up, wound the line back in and went dunk, and I was like, fuck. Looked down at my feet, like in the water, maybe a metre.
Yep.
And this Tusky's like digging around looking for my fucking lure again.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit. So I picked it back up. No, never even wound it in. Like, just picked it out of the water and just dropped it in there again.
Yeah.
And it ate it. And it was like 4 kilos, I reckon.
Fucking hell, that's
awesome.
awesome.
Thing, man. And didn't bring the fly rod. Getting back to my point.
Yeah, that's another fucking thing. No. No, you listen to me.
You fucking listen to me.
All right, I'll listen. And then you're going to get it, cunt.
Oi. If you came on that trip, you would have bought your fly rod, and it would have made me think to bring my fly rod.
Oh, fuck me,
and then we would have just jammed.
What, do you want me to cast it for you too?
No, man. Listen, aspire to inspire.
Aspire to inspire. I tell you every time I talk to you on the phone, and you say, "Oh, I found this sick shit, but I didn't have my fly rod with me."
Hey.
Can't listen to me.
I'm still a little bit spoon fed.
Oh my god! How much room does a fly rod take up in your boat?
Fucking heaps.
Fucking heaps. It's a post. It's like a post tube.
Yeah, it is a post tube.
And a small reel and a box of flies.
Yeah, well, I got it even smaller.
Never leave home without it, man. You might not use it for 6 months doing the kind of fishing you're doing, but don't fucking leave home without it if you want to
Definitely not now.
If you want to get fucking fish on fly.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
It's still your fault.
Getting back to that.
It's still your fault.
So, tell me about your new Sage micro jigging rod.
My micro jigging rod?
Yeah.
My 2-piece?
Your 2-piece, 4 foot long, 6 to 10 kilo micro jigging stick by Sage.
It, man. I customised it. It's fucking mint.
You fucked up.
$1,000 jigging rod that I used for 2 days and fucked up.
Fuck. So
hey,
tell
Mick,
the story, man.
Hey Mick, can you just like, I'm just going to put these wash fly rods in the back of the boat. Can you just chuck them in the car?
Bullshit, you said that,
chuck them in the dash for me, man?
Dogging the boys, talking. Holy fuck. You fucking dumb cunt. Wash this fucking rod. Put them on. I washed the rod, put them on the back of the boat for you to put away in the boat, and then you go, oh, I'll just put them on the dash later. All right, man, no worries.
That's not how it works.
That's exactly how it went.
You like walk past a bag, like, oh, you walk past it twice, like, yeah, there's fly rods there.
Because you told me you had it. So anyway, fast forward like an hour later, we're driving along the highway talking shit on the way back to your house. And it's like, slams the brakes on. My head nearly goes through the dash. He's like, pulled over. Where are those fucking fly rods? Hey man, that's a really fucking good question.
I've never felt
They're not in the car.
I've never felt so sick in my life. Backtracked the fucking things.
Fuck.
And then found them right back basically where we started.
Yeah.
We found all the pieces.
Except my tip.
Except your tip.
Yep.
The two out of my 4 piece was squashed. The two tip sections were squashed. Someone picked up the butt section and put it on the footpath for me.
Yeah.
Thanks to
which
whoever
is nice, whoever that was.
If you listen to this podcast, which you probably don't.
You definitely don't. If you're one of the 3 people who listens to this.
I've got like 4 people listening to this now.
4. Well, 2 of them are probably in Mackay. That'd be Triggy and his missus.
Yeah.
And then maybe one in Brisbane.
You listen to it, don't you? Like the San Diego boys too much.
Maybe. Oh, I'm trying to give you numbers, man. I'm trying to get your views up and shit.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, so...
Is it actually a podcast if no one listens to it?
Well, I don't know.
Is it just 2 kooks talking in the microphone?
It pretty much is. It's pretty fun, though.
Oh, man.
No, but it's actually been pumping. Like, from a 2 podcast level.
Yeah, you've released 2. Like, what sort of like listens and shit? A few thousand, I don't know.
Yeah, we've had like almost a couple of thousand downloads on on episode 1,
cool.
our first one,
yeah.
And then I think nearly 4,000 streams.
Oh, fucking basically the Joe Rogan of Australian fishing, mate.
I wish I was Joe Rogan. The cunts be paying me to do shit. Talk to you fucking idiots.
Oh man, but seriously, that's the thing. Like, if you're starting your own project, right? This is what people do. Some people might realise, some people don't, but. I get a lot of people that say, oh man, you're so lucky with the whole cast thing.
Yeah.
And that's true. Like, that's very true, because to have a business that you've created yourself and relies on more than one person to be successful is a bit of luck. Yeah. That's the last element. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a fuck ton of work. Yeah. A lot of late nights, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of fucking tension, not spending time with the family and, all that sort of stuff. There is a fucking heap that goes into running your own business. All the self-doubt, all the, you got to motivate yourself. You got to put it all on the line. You got to risk money. You got to risk time. You risk your reputation in your job if you're trying to juggle 2 things at once. Like, I'm almost 7 years deep now in cast. Yeah. 7 years, man, and I've only just got full-time work out of it. Basically, took the plunge for full-time work like 6 weeks ago. So it's one of those things that has been a real slow burn for me, but I've loved every single minute of the journey. And it's sort of, when people say, oh, you're so lucky, I appreciate that people are sort of... like supportive of where it's at now. Yeah. But it's not luck. It's definitely not luck. And anyone who's tried to run their own business from scratch will attest to that. That's like 1%.
I thought you were going to say like anyone who has run their own business and judges that and says it's luck, you're a lying cunt.
Oh yeah, basically. Like anyone who's done that knows, and there's I'm sure there's a lot of shortcuts, and I could have pushed cast a lot further forward, a lot quicker if I had have said yes to a lot of the things that were offered to me at the start, and I'm glad I didn't, to be honest, because we obviously doing paid promotional videos for people is a big part of what we do. Yeah. Like, as a reasonable sized platform, and it's a pretty well respected brand. The only thing that I want to do more of with cast is more of our own shit now. Yeah. Because not having the time to do much stuff in and around my own full-time job most of the times, we've sort of fitted in everything that we could when we could. Yeah. And when the opportunity comes to be able to get some advertising dollars to go and promote something that we use anyway, and we trust, then that feeds back into our apparel or our merchandise or anything like that, then you can't say no to that. Yeah. But the thing that I will always say no to is the approaches that people come to us with that say, oh, we'll give you, we'll pay you to go and promote this stuff, and we've never used it and we don't like it, or it's no good for anybody. Like, fuck that. The only people we get involved with is good quality stuff that we know works, and it's only going to be of benefit to the people who see those videos.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I mean, we could charge a lot more money than we do.
Yep.
But it's not about that for me. I'd rather promote fishing the way that I believe fishing should be promoted, which is not necessarily all about the look at me, and more about the look at all the cool stuff that fishing can bring to somebody's life.
Yeah.
You know, like the amount of people that, you know, the great people that you can meet, the great places you can visit, all the types of experiences, the amount of stuff you can learn about yourself if you really push yourself. All that shit to me is like what I love about fishing.
Yeah.
And it's not the false currency of social media.
Yeah.
That's not the driver, if you know what I mean. Like, I was doing this shit way before I ever had an Instagram account.
Yeah.
And I've always loved it since I was like 5 years old.
Yeah. Fishing's fucking like that, eh?
It's a lifestyle, mate. Like, and I mean, I've put a lot of my own personal goals aside to film and you know, push other people as part of cast, because I love seeing people get better at what they do, and I love seeing people win. That's it, you know, I love it. And sometimes at my own expense. But it is what it is, you know. Like, it's one of those things. So, yeah, it's been a big journey, but rounding that out, luck is not. Trust me, man.
That was a fucking big paragraph on luck.
It was. See, I've had half a cider, so I'm getting loose.
Speaking of that, I'm going to get a fucking another one.
Hurry.
You keep talking to the people.
What do you want me to talk about?
I don't know, everything. Just something decent.
Fuck. Just hurry up,
Let
man.
it last half hour.
Yeah, you should. You're a fucking dog, eh? You've been at me for 4 fucking days. We're going to do a podcast. And now it's fucking, oh, you boring cunt. I'll edit out the next half an hour. Oh, my God.
We're still live, eh?
Still live? Yeah, I thought you pressed pause.
No, I said, fuck. Talking to the people.
Oh, sorry, man. It's kind of hard sitting in a room by yourself thinking you're actually talking to someone. You're fucking not. You idiot. Fucking hell.
So I left the recorder on for Mick to keep. Oh, no, I'm leaving here. So I left the recorder on for Mick to keep talking to you. I come back in with beers and he's just sitting here in silence.
I was just in my own thoughts, man. I'm tired. I wanted to go to bed. And you're like, oh, fuck, should we podcast?
Fucking hell.
I'm like, yeah, right on that. Let's go.
You know what weirds me out?
Everything.
Yeah, you, but the fact that you care heaps about what people think you are, people close to you think you are.
Yeah, I
but
do.
You're sitting here drinking fucking ciders.
Yeah, but you're not close to me. I don't give a fuck what you think.
Oh, they're fucking catfish, man.
They're actually nice.
They're not.
No, they actually are. I actually like these ones.
Diet ciders.
Lower carb cider. Strongbow.
Plug.
Yeah, plug.
I'll send you the invoice in the mail.
Plug everything.
Strongbow.
No, it's really nice actually. It's a bit crisp. It's not too sweet. I like it. Yeah. And that's that.
Now the world knows. Now all my 4 listeners.
Fucking everyone knows I like cider.
Yeah, but everyone.
It's always on Instagram. People are always roasting me for it. Fuck.
So they should too.
I don't care. I actually like it. Like, that's what look, people roast on me for it, but I don't care. I actually like it. So I don't give a fuck.
So weird.
Yeah, I really don't care.
Fucking odd dude. What else are we going to talk about?
I don't know, man.
We didn't finish talking about like our flat session properly.
Yeah, true. Well, you spit some shit. What did you see from your point of view? What did you like about it?
Fucking, I just really enjoy it. I don't get.
Do you know what I liked? Before you go on, my favourite.
Man, you tell, but
my favourite bit was how much fucking anger came out of you when you kept scuffing your boat.
Yeah, I was raging.
Oh, fucking.
I was fucking filthy.
I loved it. I was sitting back there just thinking, fuck, I'm glad I don't have the remote control anymore.
I was so fucking angry. We were,
Got to pay to play, man.
Yeah, it was only like soft coral shit. It didn't really make it. Didn't do anything to the fucking bottom of the boat.
And that boat floats in fuck all too, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's in like 200 mil.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But this bastard was up in like fucking 6 inches of water, like Harry Hot Lips.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Mud Emperor. I don't know. What are their real names?
I just used to always call them Slaties.
No, we call Slade his mother-in-law.
Yeah, like them. Yeah.
I'm going to Google it while I'm sitting here. They're like the fucking, with the black stripe on them. Like a bastard with a black stripe.
Yeah.
Most people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure. Anyone who's flats fish will know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and they're like notorious, like spooky and don't eat and shit.
Yeah, I feel like they're really spooky when they're in groups.
Yeah. And we've seen two. Well, you had that one that's that one that
fucking nailed my fly.
And then
There's one of those trips that's so close to diamonds but ended up basically donuts other than a few brassies and some GTs and stuff. But fuck, we saw some cool shit. I really liked it.
Yeah, well, it was the reason why my boat got scuffed because I pushed up so shallow, trying to cast at that really big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a shot at it and got snagged.
Yeah.
So then I had a shot at it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it turned on or what. It was turning towards it was a fucking beautiful cast like a foot away from its face.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
if you say so.
It was no,
it was good.
I was sharp.
You were casting good actually. I liked it.
And yeah, it was like a foot away from its face. Do you want me to open that for you?
Nah, it's fine, man. I got it, mate. I'm trying to balance the microphone as well as I open my cider.
This will take me 6 months to edit. It's going to be good. I might just leave the mic bumps in it, to be honest.
Yeah, who cares, mate? Fuck, it's late night.
What am I called? What am I even fucking talking about? Yeah, I pushed up so hard, just seen this wake pushed in, and it was big, like tailing, flapping around.
Yeah, it was a big fish. It was like, it had to put people's fucking mind in the picture. It was basically like from everything from the lateral line above the fish was out of the water. That's how shallow he was.
And then it was tipping and splashing, like his tail was sticking up.
He was on a mission.
Placotorhyrhynchus?
What?
Ibisus.
What's the common name, mate?
Brown sweetlip.
Sweetlip.
Dusky sweetlip. Gibbous thicklip. That's a fucking southern name for it. Hey?
Show me.
I'm showing you. What do you mean?
No, actually show me the fucking photo.
That?
Yeah, show me a photo of it. I want to see.
That's him.
Yeah. I caught a massive one of them when I was a kid. And we used to call them blub lip brim.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what people here call them.
Blubber lip.
Brim.
Yeah, so I grew up in Gladstone and I caught a massive one. I think I was about 12 years old. It was about, I think I weighed it. I'm pretty sure I killed it and weighed it. This is like back in the day, just kill everything and eat it. Yeah. It was about 4.5 kilos, I'm pretty sure. Blubber lip brim.
Yeah, blubber lip brim, brown blubber lips, sweet lips, dusky sweet lip. I feel like dusky sweet lip is the proper common name.
Yeah, I don't know. I just used to always call them sladies or whatever on the flats when you see them, but I like Harry Hot Lips. I like that.
Harry Hot Lips. It's basically...
It's easy to say, there's a Harry.
Yeah, it's basically a bastard anyway.
Yeah.
One of the three bastards.
Yeah. Fucking cool fish.
Fucking a few of them.
That Chris is it Chris Bygrave on Instagram? He's got them wired, man.
He's got
them wired.
And donkeys too, like big fuckers on fly.
Yep. It's like anything though, hey, if you spend enough time targeting things, you'll work them out.
Yeah, that's it.
And
he'd have a certain pattern, I reckon, that'd work.
Yeah, well, it's like anything, like tuskies or any sort of fish. Like if you're targeting them and you start to understand their body language and what their mood is like when they're feeding. And
it's weird, those animals though, like those Harry Hot Lips. I'm not sure, I haven't seen heaps of bastards, but like, why are they up there when they're not eating? Are they just travelling? Because there's heaps of times that Harrys are just up in the shallows and they're not doing shit.
That you know of.
Yeah, I guess.
They might sense you earlier than you see them.
Yeah, that's true.
I always found, I don't know if this is right or not, but my observation is always that if they're in a group, one will spook the other ones.
Yeah.
Whereas if they're solo riders, you got a much better chance of getting their interest without them spooking.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether that's that they just feed by themselves and then they hang around in schools for protection or something. I don't know, but I don't know. That's the other thing I love about fishing. There's always just a constant fucking thought process running through your mind. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that?
Well,
you know?
Why weren't we seeing heaps of tuskies? We were on that flat for 2 days, and it's like to us it looked like Tusky City.
Yeah.
And we saw 3 decent ones.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. And those flats didn't look at all what I would expect to hold golden trevally, and we fucking saw bulk golden trevally.
Golden trevally.
Bulk golden trevally.
You did.
Don't get me started.
What happened, man?
I don't want to talk about it, man.
thought you liked golden
It's
trevally.
late. I've had a few ciders.
You get all emotional on shit.
I fucking hate golden trevally.
What can you catch? How come you can catch like the most notorious fish for not eating a fly, and you can't catch a stinking
I haven't
fucking
caught a permit,
trevally?
man. No worry. I haven't caught a permit. That'd
No,
got to be
well,
the most
like-
notorious for sure.
Do you reckon more people have caught permit than? Well, it's hard to say because permit everywhere, whereas bastards are only Australian.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I've never really dedicated any long period of time to permit. Obviously, there's a bit of me that feels like I haven't been fly fishing long enough, so I feel like I don't deserve even to try for one yet.
Yep.
And that's just my own personal opinion. They're so revered by everyone, and I get it. And I've seen enough people. I've spent enough time with guys like Fez and Benny Guthrie and those sort of guys chasing them from time to time. And I've learned a lot from those experiences about those fish.
Yeah.
Enough to know that I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm only just at a point now where I feel confident and comfortable in my casting accuracy and ability in winding conditions and all that sort of stuff. Like, I feel like I can present a fly to most fish fairly well now.
Yeah.
And it's only because I've been like putting conventional stuff away and just fishing fly a lot.
Yeah.
But permit, I feel like I'm not ready for that mentally yet. I want to, I really want to catch way more. Really want to catch more tuskies.
More golden
I really need more golden trevally in my life.
How many of them you caught, man?
A couple of medium ones.
It's medium ones.
Yeah, they are my nemesis. Honestly, like, I don't know what I've done to the golden trevally gods, but every time I hook one, I fuck it up.
That's really.
I don't know why.
You hooked one this
I've
trip, but
pulled
too.
hooks, I've held on to the fly line too tight and popped leaders. I've had them rub me off on the one fucking rock about the size of a rugby league ball on a fucking football field size flat. I've had them roast me around bombies. I've had...
Reignited your hatred this trip.
Yeah, this trip it did actually. That was one of the sickest eats I've ever had in my
Both of
life,
those eats
actually.
were sick.
Yeah, you've seen like a GT coming off the back of a ray, and it just turned, like the ray was going away from us, and for some reason that fish turned and come sprinting.
It
like,
was coming hardcore.
tearing down the flat.
Yeah.
And he made a good cast. And it ate, and then, what was it, like maybe halfway through the fight, it got a bit closer to the boat.
And I said, there's another fish with it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I laid a shrimp out, and as it was sinking slow, this fish come from the top, from the bottom and straight up to the top to slaughter that fly. And as it turned, I saw the bars and the three black dots, and I was like, it's a golden. I wish the GoPro was running, man. I
It
would
would've
have
been
sounded
fucking
like a proper
little bitch, yeah.
fucking schoolgirl.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it because I'd just been talking about how I fucking hate goldens and they're killing me all the time. And then it ate, I stripped out, couldn't believe it. I'm thanking the heavens. Basically, get the net, set the camera up, like, it's awesome, great golden. It's my first good one. And
It got you to the backing in 5 seconds.
it was, I don't know why, but fuck. It ended pretty fucking quick, actually. And anyway.
And that.
Fuck, I was pretty dirty on it actually for the rest of the day, but anyway. Fuck golden trevally.
Oh, fucking hell. You spent the whole rest of the afternoon fucking talking about it.
Oh, it definitely wasn't sooking, but we did talk about it. We spoke about it. Oh, I fucking hate goldens.
Yeah. Like, we were just
I
beyond
love
that.
them though. I can't wait till I have a good golden on the deck. I can't wait for that day.
Me neither, because
I've fucked it up so many times,
I
man.
can't wait either, because we're like driving along, talking about cool shit.
Yep.
Then I go quiet for a bit while we're scanning the flat missing it. Like, this is hours later. Fuck golden trevally. Like,
I just couldn't believe it. Like, I've caught some pretty cool fish on fly for only doing it for like 3 years, and fucking golden trevally, man. For some reason, I just see everyone catching them on fly, and I just, for some reason, can't fucking get my head around it. And I don't know. But anyway, I'm sure the first one I get will be a nice one. The first nice one, anyway. I caught some small ones on that East Coast trip.
More that fuck you up.
Yeah,
first.
there will be, definitely. I would love to get like a real fucking big cunt
Big
off
dog.
fly. Yeah, like 85 plus, fork length, like real big fella. And, like, I've seen plenty of them on the flats.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, for whatever reason, it just hasn't worked out for me. But anyway, yeah. I can do with Tuskies fucking me up because you expect that.
Yeah, you just like, oh yeah, which bomb are you going to put me around? I bet she's going to put me around that under that ledge.
Yeah.
Grubs.
Yeah. I've even dropped big flathead on fly, man.
Have you?
Like flathead, yeah. I set myself a goal earlier this year to catch a good flathead on fly.
Yeah.
And you think I would fuck get one?
Where have you been chasing them? Local?
In the water?
Oh, shit.
No, yeah, local. Definitely local. But no, I didn't really put too much time into it, but I really wanted to do it. And I fucked it up a few times, but that's fly fishing.
Oh, you're fucked.
Oh, man.
Dear.
What else you want to talk about, man?
Fucking, we got heaps of shit. I'm not fucking tired.
You want to push through it, man? I'm not doing this again. Let's roll. Keep going.
We're doing this 2 parts.
Yeah,
We've
maybe.
been rolling for nearly an hour.
Have we? Mm-hmm. So what else do you want to talk about, though, for real?
I wouldn't mind getting, like, a bit philosophical into fishing.
Hit me.
I don't even know, like... You know how we're, like, randomly talking about shit and we get deep into, like, the theories behind stuff?
Yeah.
That sort of shit.
Give me an example. What are we looking at?
I don't even...
You can definitely edit out this real awkward silence.
Yeah, I will definitely cut it out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, like, fucking stuff we've talked about.
Yeah. That's the hardest thing about podcasting with your mates, hey?
What do you mean?
Well, you've already talked about
you've
most
already
shit.
talked about it and you're trying to really bring it up. And then
What was I saying to you the other day when we were driving? I said, nah, I'll talk about that on the podcast. I won't tell you.
Was it the East Coast trip?
No, it wasn't East Coast. It was something about fucking fishing landscape or some shit. I can't even remember myself, actually. It'll come to me. I'm fucking really tired too.
Yeah, well, let's just fucking
Can this one and then fucking take it up.
Yeah, we've been going for an hour.
Yeah, sweet.
That's one whole episode.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
We'll can it at the end of that fucking golden shit.
Yep. All right. So,
we'll do 2 parts.
yeah, do you want to do 2 parts or just like can it now and then like pretend that we're still?
Yeah, we can just. Well, I'll just do it to another episode then.
Yeah, right.
I'll just do it part 1, part 2.
Yep. Alrighty.